I've always been a very family-oriented person. I've always been in the church. I was raised in the church as a very young girl. Granny had me in Sunday school, 3 o'clock program, missionary meetings, whatever was going on at the church, I had to be there with Granny. But there came a time in my life about 3 or 4 years ago when I went through a transition to where I lost my home, my marriage was struggling, I lost my vehicles, lost pretty much everything that I'd owned. And during that time frame, I found myself in the Word a lot more, and all I had was faith. All I had was faith, and all I had was God's promises to lean on to get me back to where I was. When I went through that transition, God spoke to me, and He told me that when I get you out of this, you have to share it. You have to share your story, you have to share your testimony with others in order to help other people that's going through what you've been through. So I said, okay. So I started doing that. I've always wanted to own my own business, just from the ground up. I wanted to build something. And so what I did was I took my faith, because like I said, that's all I had, and I called myself a faithful chick. And I was like, yeah, okay, faithful chick. And then I thought about when God spoke to me, He said, you also have to share your testimony and share my word. And I said, okay, I like fashion, I'm a faithful chick, so another way to share God's word is through apparel. So that's where I came up with the name Faithful Chick Boutique. I'm an only child. I have 2 stepbrothers, and my mom and my stepdad, well, everyone pretty much in my family worked really hard to provide for me. My husband and I started dating when we were in the 9th grade. We were about 14 years old, and we ended up getting married in 2008. And then we had a daughter, Kennedy, in September of 2009. So I just enjoy being with my family. They've always encouraged me. They've always supported me in my dreams and my goals. And it's just also another way for me to give back to them. I just felt like it was important for me to succeed in something. Going to school wasn't enough. I have a bachelor's degree and I have a master's, but that just wasn't enough. I didn't feel fulfilled with that. But with Faithful Chicks, it's kind of like, okay, this is me, this is it, this is my moment, this is what I've been waiting for. So it's my way of being able to have the opportunity to give my family that, okay, she did it moment. Going to school wasn't just it for me. I just felt like it was more for me to do. So that's where Faithful Chicks come in. I don't want people to just log on, buy a shirt, and not understand the story behind the brand. I didn't want to just launch and say, well, here's my website, go shop. I wanted people to understand when they buy my clothes or when they purchase a shirt, I want them to feel the story behind the shirt. When they wear Faithful Chicks on, I want them to feel like, okay, I'm a woman of God, I'm a woman of faith. When women are able to continue to share their story with other women and share God's love, then that is success for me.